Shabbat Shalom. Look at this beautiful life in a tree. That is beautiful. Every leaf is just unique. Yeah, it's beautiful. Being around here and it's just life. Yeah. How you doing? Good, good, good. There's energy of doing, energy of creating this whole week, energy of integrating, creation. And the beautiful thing is the co-creation that we do with others. This, and the reason I say co-creation instead of collaboration, right, is because people that come together that are on the same energy, in the same energetic vibration, they come from this place that they can create something from a place of trust, a place of giving, give and you shall receive. But the whole intention is giving, is supporting one another, is being available for the other person in whatever capacity that you choose, you know. And this can happen when the two people that are coming together are on the same vibration and understand the connection between them and understand where each one is coming. And each one is coming is after doing a work of self-realization and work on self and destructive patterns. And why do I automatically think that this has to be in this way? Like, what pulls me to that? What pulls me to that? To that way of thinking? What pulls me into that place of thinking that this is how it is? And we go through these processes many times, and it's like, that's why many times we repeat things. We repeat patterns. We repeat, I hope you don't hear the screen so much, but we repeat patterns and we repeat things that we are familiar with because we are used to go to these places by default. And what are the chances that you're going just out of the blue to change your mind about something, about an issue? You have to go through a certain experience that pokes you, that pokes your belief system. It's like a balloon. You can poke a balloon with a needle, and it still won't explode. It depends how hard you poke it, right? So if we are putting on ourselves layers, and we are, and it's not really us, it's expression, a version of ourselves, like what we do or what a profession. So it's a version of ourselves, but we put layers and we believe that this is who we are, and I'm defined by what I do, that kind of thing. Then if somebody is shaking my boat or saying something that may shake my, let's say, belief system on what I do, if I identify with what I do, then I'm crushed because I believe that I'm not good enough because, I'm not a master of that particular thing, right? So because I would identify with what I do, so if I do that, then when I'm being challenged, and depends how I look at myself and how I look at the world. If I'm being challenged, then my self-esteem may be affected because I identify with these things. So everything that happened to that thing is happening to me. But it is not the case because whatever I'm doing, I can change. I can do something else tomorrow. So moving from computers that I had into photography and video and a lot of things that are different in disciplines. not identifying with one thing as that is. So today's portion Pekudei, is from the word to to when you're called to order. It's like there is evening and then there is morning. The evening word comes from the word messy, irbuv, a mix, and boker comes from the word order, and order in the sense that, like, if you're an OCD, I know that it's like everything has to be in order. Right? So this is order because you can see, you can count, you can, and so when we are in this place of where was I? And if we were in this place of doubting ourselves and we identify with these things, then something will affect. So this portion Pekudei comes from the word to be in order, and he's talking. God is telling Moses, in continuation to last week, about the creation of the temple and the creation of the Mishkan, the place where the divine comes through. And but what's interesting here is that there are very details, as God is telling Moses, very details about the details of the clothing. What kind of clothing to do and how to do, and to the details, and what kind of why there are covers for the head. So there is it affects the spirit to understand that you are not on top of the world. You are not. It's not all about me. It's not all about you. It's above someone above me, the creator. There is a reason for pants. There is a reason for shirts. But more importantly, in a different level of importance, the colors. And this is talking about in this parasha, about the details of each garment. The garment for the heart is more greenish. It's all colors like that, chakras color. So it is all. Everything has a spiritual reason. Everything has a spiritual meaning. Just like everything in this world, in this creation, every physical manifestation, the sun, everything there is a spiritual reason. Everything has a reason. So when he's telling him about the details, there is a reason for that. Why? I mean, God gave doctors really their journey to heal people, but he's not telling them how to heal. Everybody's doing how they're doing. So why now he's telling him, wear this for the clothing, wear this for the head, wear this for this, with the coat. The coat of the high priest at that time, where coats was all the way down, and they had little bells around. So when the priest would walk the city, you know that the priest is walking the city. And the meaning of having a coat is to remind you of not gossiping. It has to do with the energy of gossiping, and everything has its own beautiful meaning. Right? So clothing. So what it is that the pieces of clothing, how we see what God told Moses about the Mishkan, about the temple, and how are we today about it? How can we apply it today? And what really it means in this context, especially in our journey as we go through it. So notice what colors you dress when, let's say, you feel that you are down a little bit, or you got up in the morning and something happened last night and you didn't clear that energy before you go to sleep and you woke up with that. There's a lot of things that can happen. Or when you are in the place of openness, of expandness, of joy, of just all these places that lift you up. So there is a feeling of something is great is happening. Then what happens? Then we feel pumped and we feel, so there is more. And then there is a bigger thing. And then we are in this beautiful place. And I was like, thank God. Just the gratitude of it all. And you wear different colors. You'll notice you wear also different brighter colors. Everybody with their own taste. But colors are reflecting of certain frequencies, and frequencies that affect emotions, and affect emotions that creates the feelings, and vice versa, and it goes back. So and it goes back around. So if I'm thinking about something, I'm consciously going to wear a yellow color or bright color, or to feel calm, the turquoise blue, or an off-white color. So when I think about it consciously, I can I can dress consciously. But notice what happens when you don't think about it. When you don't think about it, look at the colors that you chose. And I promise you that the colors that you chose reflect the place that you were at the moment of dressing it. Now, you went throughout the day. Okay, so you felt maybe a little gloomy in the morning. But I'll wear black. I look thin. Okay, so I'll do that. So, but then throughout the day, things are progressing. Notice the feelings that you got from your emotional state because of that color later on when you look at it in retrospect, versus days that you change different colors of clothing. That everything is energy, everything is connected, so everything affects the way that we are, and we affect the energy that we bring to affect the way that we will be again. So we can bring another energy. So unless we break that cycle, if it's not serving, but if it's serving, it's that person tell me don't fix what ain't broken, right? If it works for you, it works for you. You're happy, you're content. That's great. So the portion really telling us about how we can be with ourselves in our day to day. What do we invite to ourselves? What energies do we want? What places we want to inhabit so we can manifest what we want to manifest. Right? So this is how I see this week. And the week of creating this beautiful, magnificent energy, and being with Jen Gottlieb and Chris. This is this week in their workshop. It's been a reintroduction to a place of co-creation, the place of coming from everybody, or at least how it seems to me, the people that I've connected with. We are on a journey to continue and discover ourselves, to continue and peel off all these layers that we added on ourselves all these times, all these years, all these lifetimes, all this whatever. Maybe today, maybe this time, it's a point where we break the we break the boundaries. We go outside of the boundaries. We go outside of what we think this is how it has to be. We go to a place where no man has gone before. Go to all these places that are scary. All these places that are scary. Why? Because we are used to wear this thing. We are used to tell this to ourselves. We are used to be in this place. We are used to. We are used to. The two is using us. It is, we are used to. Okay. So let's go something new. So let's do something different. So let's do something that is different than what we've done until now. How better can it get? Right? How better can it get? Instead of, I don't know, it's too good to be true. It's probably too good to be. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Who invented that? Who invented all these sentences that are ingrained in our? We don't even sometimes be aware that we're saying them. If it's too good to be, did we actually stop to think about it? Why? Why does it have to be good to be true? Why it is not? It is true. That's why it's good. It's true. That's why it's good. And this is the core of us, of each one of us. It's true. That's why it's good. It's true. That's why you're good. It's true that you are that, and that's why it's good. And we have in our universe whatever can support us to be in this place if we choose to. Hence the freedom of choice. The choice has freedom. The choice is, but the freedom of choice is in the choice. It's the choice that we make that makes the choice. Now we can change it, but it is true. You are all that. And releasing all these layers and letting all these layers fall off and narrowing down. It's like a funnel. It's like, yeah, you are all that. And so you have all the tools. We have all the tools. We have clothing, we have food, we have medicine, everything we have here. We have everything available for us. And there are those that will try to hold you from it because of different egoic things. So it's a different conversation. It is true. What you discover about yourself, especially this week, if you've been conscious about what's happening this week, this past week, but anything that brought you here, if you discover all these great things about you, it's natural that maybe it will be for a second, but it is true, and that's why it's good. It is true. So it is true. That is why it's good. Shabbat shalom, and look at this. I'll move out of here because you've seen me enough, and I just wanted to look at this beautiful thing here. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom.